Inside of this box right here, courtesy of my neighbors from the north, is hopefully about to make one very unlucky person's year just a little bit better. Of all the days for the preamp in my camera to give me trouble. Welcome back to Craft Computing, everyone. As always, I'm Jeff, and this is a little bit of a repeat for me as it's the second time that I'll be filming this spot. Unfortunately, I no longer have the parts I was talking about in front of me as I've already delivered them, but let's rewind the tape a little bit and let me walk you through what's going on here. The story unfortunately starts with a little bit of a somber note. You see, Oregon is going through some of the worst wildfires in the state's history. Approximately 1.1 million acres of Oregon has burned within the last 6 weeks. To put that sheer size into perspective, that's like taking all of Los Angeles, moving it over to Rhode Island, and then removing it from existence. It's just burnt to a crisp. There have been thousands of homes and businesses lost, and in some cases, some small towns in Oregon have been wiped completely off the map. One of the people affected by the fires was a Reddit user by the name of NeverLuckyChozo, and he posted a picture to the PC Master Race subreddit showing what was left of his PC thanks to the Oregon wildfires. As soon as I saw this, I knew I wanted to reach out and help, as this is my state, this is where I was born, and a gamer has lost his PC. That's just not acceptable. A couple of messages back and forth, as well as verification of this story, as you never want to take a sob story on Reddit at face value, and I said about building NeverLuckyChozo, also known as Spencer, a brand new PC. Now they say great minds think alike, and that was certainly the case here, as Linus Tech Tips reached out the very next day and offered to build Spencer a replacement PC as well. So here's the conundrum. Who do you let build your PC? Well, me being the smaller YouTube channel, and having considerably less access to parts than Linus does, I told Spencer, if Linus wants to build you a PC, we'd better let Linus build you a PC, although I'm still available for help if needed. Now, unfortunately, Linus is based up in Canada, so because of COVID, he can't exactly get a crew down here and film the delivery to Spencer. All he can do is put a couple of stamps on it and hope that it gets there. So we ultimately decided that Linus's crew will put the PC together, he'll ship it to me, I'll make sure everything is in working order, and then I will personally deliver it down to Spencer. If you want to see the Linus Tech Tips build half of this video, and I highly recommend it if you want to see a PC that's literally melted into the ground, go ahead and click the link down in the video description. Now, because Linus has probably had at least 1 or 2 PCs damaged in shipping, he sent the GPU and the CPU cooler in separate boxes, which is always a smart move. For the CPU cooler, of course he went with the LTT edition Noctua NHU12S, and as a fantastic homage to the PC that was lost, he went with the original mounting brackets that came out of the fire-singed PC. And finally, for a graphics card, we've got a Gigabyte RS RTX 2080 Super, which is the only part that I don't find fair in this build, because not even I have one of those. And now that I've covered everything that I covered earlier in the video, we can rewind to an earlier section of the video that still has decent audio when the audio preamp decided to just magically start working again. Even though I tested the audio before I started shooting, it then garbled about 30 minutes worth of audio, and then started working on its own again. Who knows, but off we go. Alright, so everything checks out in here, computer boots up just fine, and I would say Linus did a pretty decent job. If it was me, I probably would have added a fan controller into here because a couple of these fans are a little bit wonky in the way the cables run. But overall, I think Spencer is going to be rather pleased with this build. Linus and crew also included an LG 27GN750 gaming monitor in the package, and I was hoping to let Spencer have a proper unboxing experience with this, but it looks like US Customs and Border Patrol already took care of that for him. So now the only thing left to do is get this loaded up in the car and take it down to Spencer. Let's hit the road. And away we go. Remember kids, always buckle up for safety. So as Linus alluded to, I am just up the road, but up the road in Oregon is kind of a relative term. I live in one of the major metro areas in Oregon, which is Salem, and to say it's a major metro area, there's like 175,000 people here. It's not all that big. So relatively, I live pretty close to Spencer, but the reality of it is, it's still 185 miles away.
Continue straight for 3 hours and 13 minutes to exit 21, Talent.
So I've been on the road about 2 hours now. We're about 2/3 of the way through the trip. I've got 75 miles left to go. Huge shout out to my Discord peeps who decided to jump onto voice and keep me company through the first couple hours of the trip. Right right now I'm starting to go through some mountain passes, so I think my cell phone is going to lose connection here any second, or at least it used to when I drove this way. My butt's starting to get sore and I'm running out of chips, but at least I still have ice in my water bottle. LTTstore.com. So I guess Spencer was saying this park was pretty much where the fires originated. And of the roughly 160 homes in this park, there's only about 20 that survived. And man, there is nothing, I mean, there's some structures here where the iron substrates under these houses have completely melted away. It's a little breathtaking, to be honest. Yeah, he was saying his grandma was one of those 20 people whose house survived, so thankfully for that, he's got a place to stay and everything else, but he did lose the place that he was staying in. All right, so I finally made it about the 3 hours south, and man, as you can see, there is not a lot left here, but I am joined here by Spencer. Spencer, say hi to everyone.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good.
So, you ready to take
Mostly?
a look? Yeah, mostly, right. Stupid question to start that off with. Anyway, you ready to see your new PC?
I am.
Let's do it.
Definitely. Oh man, I ought to get this out of here. It's really wedged in there.
That's what she said.
Wow. I feel upstaged. My build wasn't this pretty. And yeah, look at that. He added my old mounting brackets in there.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Wow. Oh, does he have his own brand of fans?
Yes, he does.
I never knew that.
Yeah, those are the Noctua LTT edition fans.
I love the color orange too. This is,
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, this is perfect.
Moment of truth time. There it is.
Oh, why does it turn that way? There we go. It looks great. You think it'll run TF2?
I think it will. Pretty good chance of it, I would say, with a 2080 Super in there. All right, and one last thing for Spencer before we get him on his gaming way. A little swag pack from LTT and from Craft Computing.
Wow. Thank you very much.
I happen to have one in stock.
I feel so lucky.
There you go.
All these stickers. This isn't what I think it is it? And it was the color I wanted.
Nice.
That's so great. LTTstore.com.
Well, hopefully you can change your username from NeverLuckyChozo to sometimes LuckyChozo now.
Slightly lucky.
Slightly LuckyChozo. There you go. I like it. Since I have about a 3-hour drive home, I'm just gonna, well, get right to that. Spencer, it was so great to meet you, and I hope your new computer serves you well for years to come. If you liked this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to Craft Computing if you haven't done so already. And if you want to see the original build video to this, I will have the Linus Tech Tips video linked down in the video description. Thank you all so much for watching this one, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Cheers all. Just swung into a rest stop to, well, take care of the 40 ounces of water that I already drank, and I was really shocked. About 40 cars in the parking lot, maybe 100 people walking around, every single one of them wearing masks. Frickin' way to go, Oregon. Except for the one state of Oregon employee who's responsible for watching the rest stop. He was walking around, no mask at all. guess I'll take that, 99% success rate, but come on, dude.